Hello everyone, in this video I'll be talking about mods that will not be coming to console in Baldur's Gate 3. I'll also be providing some alternative mods or some other mods that you can combine together to give a similar experience. Now there's a number of reasons why a mod won't be able to be made on console. One being the mod creator on Nexus does not want to create a mod.io port for that mod because it is difficult to actually create the mod through the toolkit if you've already made and spent a lot of time making the mod. Another thing is, sometimes the mod.io mods just simply won't make their way over to console, with this something like shaders is causing that to not happen. I'll go over that in a little bit in more detail. As well, sometimes there's mods like Trials of Tav, which require you to have Norbite script extender, which is not possible on console. And it's actually kind of complicated to get it on PC, but it's well worth it. And unfortunately, it just won't be possible on console. However, I do give my thoughts on whether or not Trials of Tav will be coming in this video, so you have to stay tuned for that. But the first things first, the Faces of Faerun mod, which is in mod.io for PC, will not be coming to console, unfortunately. The reason for this being is it does use custom meshes and shaders on the faces, which the PlayStation 5 and Xbox, it's a limitation of the hardware, not Larian's fault, not the mod creator's fault. It's just the consoles can't process them as it causes crashes. So I know a lot of people are upset with this. A lot of people are actually upset with me because this mod was previously announced. It wasn't announced, but it was marked. It said available on console and Mac prior to console mods releasing. It was a glitch in mod.io's system. There's a bunch of other people that saw this. So unfortunately, this mod will not be making its way to console. There are a lot of other face mods, however, like there's already quite a few on console and many more being added with every single drop. So while we won't get all these faces that you see here, we'll get a bunch more. So I don't think that that's a big deal. We'll see other face mods coming around. But another one I know some people are upset about is the Elemental Power Genasi mod, which adds 4 different races here with the Fire, Air, Earth, and Water Genasi. This mod made by Tepcoon Set is really great. However, it also uses custom meshes, especially you see there the ears. So someone may recreate something similar to this and add it to the in-game mod manager. We'll just have to wait and see on that. But for right now, as it stands, this mod in particular does use custom meshes, so it can't make its way over. So these are 2 examples of mods that are on PC in the mod manager that just won't make their way over. There's some other ones too, but I wanted to focus on some of the more popular mods in this video. So these were 2 that I know a lot of people want to see. But one of the most popular that I've been getting asked questions about is Trials of Tav, a roguelike mod. I love this mod personally. What it does is it makes it so that you go into random encounters and fight enemies, and it makes it a completely different way of progressing. So with this Trials of Tav, you get the ability to power up and get different abilities, and then you go into combat after you choose that. You can set your difficulties. It's fun because it randomly loads you into different areas and you fight different enemies. Now, I do think that something like this is possible. The unfortunate part is this mod in particular has the script extender for its use. And you can check out my video on that if you want to see it in more detail. The thing is, this mod is actually quite small. If you look at the file size, it's only 238 kilobytes. So it's extremely small of a file size, but its main heavy lifting is through the script extender. So you do need to get that downloaded in order. As you can see, it requires Norbite script extender, which is not on console. Now, we did have a mod that released on console that adds random enemies in a you can summon them in using a different item. So this gives me hope. We also got ourselves the debug mod. So there's the ability to use the debug menu to teleport to different areas. So the abilities are there. We can have it so that it can teleport characters around. We also can have it spawning in random enemies. So I don't know. I feel like this could be somewhat possible. I'm not saying that it is possible, but someone that's adventurous and good with modding can potentially make something like this. Not to the same extent. It's obviously going to be a bit watered down. Like you won't probably have custom menus like this that pop up and give you a bunch of different benefits as you level up. But it might be able to give you like random gear, because I know there's like random gear mods that are starting to pop up. But this one's really fun. We'll have to see what's possible. Maybe there'll be like a book that can summon you into a different area and then can load in different spots in the game and then spawn in random enemies. We know it's somewhat possible to see some of these things come together, so it's going to take someone that's got a lot of knowledge and a big brain to be able to put that together. But I don't think that it's fully impossible. It's definitely not likely, but it could happen. We'll just have to wait and see. Things like the Origin Mirror mod, I didn't think would make their way over due to the complexities and how difficult it is to get it to work properly on PC, but it's on console now, so we just got to wait and see. Another very popular mod is Tav's Hair Salon by Tori. Now, unfortunately, this mod creator has said that they will not make this mod for mod.io, and if anyone steals this and copies it over, they said that they'll go after them, I guess. This is just something I've been told, and I guess if you go through the comments, Yeah, I think that that's understandable. They put a lot of time and effort into this mod. To recreate this in the mod manager, that's asking a lot. But the thing is, this is not all bad. You can actually make Tab's hair salon at home. Now, there's a couple mods that just got added to the mod manager, which actually really ramped this up. So we just got the Bangs Bangs Everywhere's mod, which adds the ability to add custom bangs to characters. And we also got ourselves Kay's hair extension. So you can kind of combine these together alongside the base game hair to actually come up with something somewhat similar. So with some of these haircuts, you would go with like one of these hairs and then add in like those. You can go with the more basic options here and add to them, or just go with the bald one and add different parts from it. Tab's hair salon's this mod here, so these have different bangs and different back ends of the hair, but you can for the most part recreate some of these. I know that the famous Evelyn hair here is in the Tab's hair salon, so that likely won't come, but who's to say that they won't recreate something similar? We'll just have to wait and see what happens here. There's also another mod, the icons for Tab's hair salon. That one also likely won't be coming to console, so just need to make a note on that. But there are some hairs that are unique to it, but there's a lot that are just different versions of base game hairs combined together. So you can pretty much make a lot of these yourself. Unfortunately, again, this won't come to console because there's a lot of work that went into this mod. But shout out to Tori for doing a great job with this one. Unfortunately, there's just some things that won't make their way over. Now, another one that's really popular is the basket full of equipment mod. Now, we already kind of got this in different ways. Now, what this mod looks like is it has over 900 different pieces of equipment in here. So a lot of these actually are similar to base game. Like this is a leather bra and black pants. It's a barbarian bra. If you play as a barbarian, you get these. This is like the Githyanki bra, so what Lae'zel wears. A lot of these are actual pieces, like the Death Knight. This is already on console. Like some of these add in this one as well. This is the Merciless Scandalous from Fear Taylor's Camp Clothing mod. We also have this one on console now, and this one. So actually a lot of these are making their way over, so that's not to fret. I know some people are, I got some comments being like, oh wow, you jerk, you're using the basket full of equipment mod and I play on console, I can't get this mod. And I even get those videos on like my build guides, which are not specific to console. But the thing is, a lot of these are already getting made into console, so we're likely going to see these here soon in one way or another. I'm not going to say that this mod in particular will make its way over because it's a huge mod, and I don't think that that is likely for it to come. However, we have gotten bits and pieces of it, so, you know, it could potentially come down the road. As you can see, there's like different versions of armor, and people have been editing the armor file, so we'll just have to wait and see. There are a lot of things that are in the base game, and we'll likely see this one, probably not the NSFW version, but yeah, that's just a whole other story. Another mod, Transmog Enhanced. I don't think this is likely. Unfortunately, this mod does have some issues right now on patch 7. I had some issues with it, and this mod requires Norbite script extender, so that is one of the big things for that. However, someone may make this happen. I know that there's a lot of issues with changing the appearance of items. I wish that there was like a cosmetic, like, because for a lot of these, you can just put on like a camp clothing, like you can switch into your camp clothing and just wear that instead. That works too. I wish that there was like a cosmetic weapon slot. That would have been so cool, but I understand there's some limitations there when it comes to that. I think one of the reasons that this is so difficult to get it to work is the weapons have to be the same type. So you can't take Baldur and Giant Slayer and try to turn it into Rhapsody, because one's a dagger and one's a giant sword, great sword. So yeah, I do feel like there's some issues that can arise with this. Like we do have, like, looks like something that could be in the game. However, I'm not certain this one will come. I've been asked a lot about this, and I've been saying no, not likely, unfortunately. And I know some people really didn't like that answer, but this version in particular requires Norbite script extender, and there's no version in the in-game mod manager for PC yet, which likely means it's either 1, not possible, or 2, someone hasn't cracked it yet. So there's still hope. Someone may figure this one out. There's unfortunately no real alternative for this. This is the only mod that I don't have like an alternative for, unfortunately. But hey, who knows what will happen down the road? We'll just have to wait and see. Now, 2 other mods that won't make their way, native camera tweaks and the WASD character movement. For obvious reasons, you can't use a keyboard and mouse, unfortunately, in Baldur's Gate 3 on console. I really wish you could, because I used to play Final Fantasy XIV with keyboard and mouse. These mods are great. The reason that they won't come to console is console mods are a .pack file. These are .dll files, which are not processable by PlayStation 5 and Xbox. Again, this is not on Larian. This is not on the mod creators. It's just a limitation on console. So with this, you can see here, you can go and move your camera all which way around. There's also a mod that can allow you to go into first person. And with this, you can move around without, on PC, normally you have to click to move around like this. I didn't love it, but I did my first playthrough this way. I love just being able to run around like it's Dragon Age Origins. But again, it's obvious why these won't come out. I won't spend too much time on them, despite them being great. However, we could see maybe a different camera tweak mod potentially come out. Now, Norbite Script Extender obviously cannot come out because it does require a lot of modding to get this to work properly. And another hairstyle that I'm not sure by Yip Lee. I love this hairstyle. You can see here how just nice it looks. Maybe this will make its way to console eventually, but I just didn't see it being made for console. We'll have to wait and see. There's a lot of hair mods that are being made, so yeah, I like this one. It kind of gives me Aerith vibes from Final Fantasy VII. Another mod is Tasha's Cauldron of Faces. So this mod has a bunch of faces, as you can see. But again, as I mentioned, there's some face mods that will be recreated, and there's a lot of new ones being added every single day. So if you want to add in, you know, try out different face mods, I'll be covering them all as they drop. So I'll let you guys know. Hit the subscribe button too if you want to see whenever these mods come out, because I make a video every single time that mods drop. But as it stands right now, Tasha's Cauldron of Faces will not be making its way over. Another one, Ghastly Ghouls. However, we do have something similar. This is just, it's way too complex for the in-game mod manager, because these are just custom meshes and shaders. So unfortunately, we won't be able to go as Skeleton Volo here, which is sad because in Divinity Original Sin 2, there was 4 different skeletal races that you could be. And unfortunately, we won't be able to play as them in this video, in this game. However, there are skeleton races, and I've covered that in my race mod video I posted yesterday. So you can play as a skeleton, not on console yet, but there is a race mod issue that I talked about in that video. So you can check that one out if you want further information. I'll link it in the description. And also we got Vesnel's Hair Collection, which is another hair mod, which, as I mentioned, some of these haven't made their way over. As you can see, there's a lot of different ones. We get the Liza P look, many different hairs here, but there are some that are similar to the ones that we got in the game. So we'll just have to wait and see what comes for hair mods. But a lot of people have been making them, like Kay's hair extension by Persendipity. And finally, series clothing. Unfortunately, I don't see this one coming because obviously this is a mod from CD Projekt Red. However, huge caveat here, this may make it possible, slightly possible. What's huge is actually CD Projekt Red allowed them to be able to use their assets in this mod. So CD Projekt Red actually gave them the permission to use it. So the series clothing and textures are used with explicit permission from CD Projekt Red. I'm not affiliated with CD Projekt Red, nor is this mod. And yeah, CD Projekt Red not responsible for any issues. So maybe we may see it. I don't know. The mod creator got this. It looks great. Like, there's many different versions of this too, that you can remove the belt and a bunch of things, but yeah, the creator made this as a clothing option. I think it's awesome. I always have Shadowheart in it because it just feels right for Shadowheart to wear this as a big Witcher 3 fan. But there are some mods that I don't see coming to console. However, I could be wrong about any of these. People are proving things can be possible in console every day, like the Origin Mirror mod. Despite having a lot of bugs and crashes for people, it was made over. It might have been a bit quick to release it on console, but hey, who knows what we will get. But let me know what mods you want to see, and I can try and let you know if I think they'll be likely or not. But the ones that I covered here, not very likely to come. But again, there could be some alternatives or some other way of this happening. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you found this video useful. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an incredible day, and I'll see you in the next one.